professional. I done got it. See my jewels, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On 1st down, Watson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
One thing we often talk about is setting the tone in a game. How about this? They came after him on play 1 and put him on the turf and forced an incompletion.
Something for him to think about immediately right off the bat.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to back off either. I think that they had success on the first play. Typically, when a defense does that, they've announced to you that this is what they plan to do throughout the game.
Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Their 49-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. And he fires one incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
But we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime. That time it fell incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. 17 yards. Now a man who played high school ball here in LaGrange, Texas, J.K. Dobbins. There for the tackle, Jacob Martin.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to bring big run.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Loss of a yard on the play.
The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary. This time Jackson will throw it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A gain of 4 on the play, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
4 yards on the.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a rain down. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short. And this will remain a 6-0 ball game.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Johnson.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up. It's through. It extends their 1st quarter lead to 13-0.
13. Texans nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. Complete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
There's a good reception there by Will Fuller. If you're looking for breakout players in 2020, he's a big-time candidate for it because he has a rapport with Deshaun Watson. And now with DeAndre Hopkins no longer in Houston, he could be their top receiver.
Played as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Open man is QT, complete. He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Running from the gun, Johnson. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the...
They'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Duke Johnson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll run here with Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
The tackle made at the
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
tackle made at the 44-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run to Dobbins. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Bernard McKinney on the
The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Ravens.
Now Jackson on first down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
The Texans 7-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson steps and he'll take it into the end zone for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson getting the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll be out right at the 35.
35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock down and go to the locker room.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Watson. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
1st and 10 at the 27.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Jackson going to look to do it himself.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Quick slam to ground.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And Marquise Brown coming off of a solid rookie season, 46 catches, 584 yards, but he was never 100% in his rookie year. As head coach John Harbaugh talked about the foot injury that he played with throughout the season. Now they expect him to be 100% healthy. And when so, they'll see more of those plays that have everyone call them Hollywood in college.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option.
This is Logan. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. T.J. Logan, his first touchdown of the new season as the Ravens push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, it stopped them in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. The drive starts with a completion left side. And a break run tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brings up 3rd.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball, understanding where the receiver is running his route, allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
First down carry here for Johnson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This is caught. It's Cooks.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Now a first down throw, Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
15 yards on the play, first down.
Johnson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
The ball carrier.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the 17, Watson. Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will be out of bounds as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. On the carry, it's Logan. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And now it's 2nd down.
Yards to go.
Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 15. They go play action now. Jackson. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
29-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive, and in a relatively quick manner.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. From the 50, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
And Watson's throw is taken in by QT. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Got it at the man. It's QT. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for.
And it's 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way,
He should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
Jackson, option right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. They run the counter. Dobbins. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. That means 4th down.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They'll go again with Dobbins. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this Texans defense stands tall. On 1st and 10, Watson. It's caught left side by Crooks. And we'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. A big-time play there for the Texans. 42 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete on the deep ball. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Anthony Avery picks it. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. That puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First down.
They go play action with Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quez Watkins, the intended target.
But it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
3rd and 12.
Jackson to throw, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
17 yards. And the Raven first down.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out and play.
Open man is QT complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up second down.
At the 24-yard line.
Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now Watson. Crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And down inside the 15 he goes. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
11 on the play. First down, Ravens.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
A year ago, Lamar Jackson led the league in touchdown passes with 36. And many of those went to his tight end, Mark Andrews, who went to the Pro Bowl in his 2nd season in the league. He led all tight ends with 10 receiving touchdowns in 2019. Many people argue that he's Jackson's go-to guy. I say there's no doubt that that is his main target. And he goes to him again for a touchdown connection.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Texans 17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Today, Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Baltimore, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Hey yo, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy, water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All on my wrist, going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tricky finger looking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my sauce. Diamonds cost me a lot, but Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy, water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist, going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I